Hi there, I'm Christy.
And I'm Heather.
We're two best friends, longtime comedians, and hosts of the podcast Sinisterhood, the true crime comedy podcast that covers all things creepy.
With thorough research and legal insights from me, a real-life lawyer, we'll bring you the in-depth details on all the cases you crave on topics like serial killers, disappearances, cults, cryptids, and even Britney Spears' conservatorship.
Listen to Sinisterhood on the iHeart app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You guys, I'm really excited to introduce you to Love Murder, a podcast about jilted lovers, murderous marriages, and love gone fatally wrong. Hosted by best friends Jessie and Andie Cassette, Love Murder tells stories with in-depth research, focuses on cases and details you may not have heard of elsewhere, and has just enough humor to provide levity alongside the gory details. Some of their recent cases include a PTA mom with a murderous exotic dancer past, a domestic disturbance that uncovers a body in the basement of a haunted house, and a serial poisoner who evaded the FBI by faking her own death and coming back as her own twin. Listen and follow Love Murder wherever you listen to podcasts. Here's a clip of the show to get a taste of what I'm talking about. Enjoy.
Hi there, my name is Jessie, and I'm one of the co-hosts of the Love Murder podcast, a show about love gone fatally wrong. You're about to hear the beginning of our recent episode, Cold Karma, a double murder in Orange County. Orange County, California is world-renowned for its gorgeous vistas, multi-million-dollar mansions, and of course, being the first Real Housewives franchise. But on a dusty stretch of Ortega Highway in November of 1999, there was nary an infinity pool or diamond-crusted housewife to be seen. Instead, this stretch of Ortega Highway has become famous for reasons most depraved. It's where freeway killer William Bonin dumped the bodies of 3 of his estimated 21 victims, and also where serial killer Randy Kraft allegedly left the first of at least 45 victims.
Whoa.
Sadly, over the years, many other one-off murderers have carried on the macabre tradition. It's a really actually pretty area. It's just slightly rural for Orange County, so it's a place where you can go and not be seen.
Okay.
But as Tony Castillo, a deputy of security for a nearby 23,000-acre ranch, approached a silver car parked on the side of the desolate one-lane highway, he didn't have murder in mind. He figured it was a driver sleeping off a bender or some teenagers making out. It was a little past 10:30 on a Saturday night, so kind of the exact right time for those sort of hijinks.
Yeah.
Except when he pulled up behind the car, Tony noticed in the white light of his beams that the passenger door was open and there was a foot sticking out, not moving. The 4-door Dodge Stratus's engine was still running and broken glass glittered on the pavement below. Inside the car, he could see 2 people. A man slumped over in the driver's seat, a woman next to him, her foot out the door and her head lying near the man's legs. Both people were eerily silent. There was no breathing, no moaning, just stillness. Tony Castillo immediately called the Orange County Sheriff's Department, and the paramedics and firefighters reached the remote locale in less than 15 minutes. They opened the car doors to reveal that the man, still strapped into his seatbelt, had 2 gaping wounds, one in the back of his head and one to his right eye. The female was absolutely riddled with bullets.
Oh my God.
It was not a pretty sight. The passenger side of the car was covered with blood, and it had even been smeared on the exterior rear passenger door. The woman's high heel shoe was left by the rear tire as well, and it appeared that she had been shot, attempted to flee the car, and then potentially somebody had come around the other side to ambush her because she then retreated back into the car.
Okay.
The couple was middle-aged and nicely dressed, as though out for a night on the town. Driver's licenses found positively identified the pair as Dr. Kenneth Stahl, a 57-year-old anesthesiologist, and his wife, Carolyn, an optometrist. Her ID revealed that she had been killed on the day after her 44th birthday. The couple lived in nearby Huntington Beach. Carolyn had expensive diamond and gold jewelry still on her body. She had diamond and gold earrings. She was wearing bracelets. She had a diamond encrusted watch and a nice engagement ring. All of the money and credit cards were accounted for in their respective wallets. So burglary as a motive was immediately ruled out.
Okay.
A gun was also not found at the scene. So that ruled out a murder-suicide. Someone had callously executed a pair of doctors, people who had devoted their entire lives to healing others, upstanding citizens in one of the most affluent counties in the United States. But why? In order to start pulling on the threads that would ultimately reveal the murderer or murderers, the police would have to delve into the Stahls' personal lives and discover that even in Orange County, all that glitters may not be gold.
Jessie.
So let's start digging as well. And we're going to do a little age before beauty here and start with Dr. Ken Stahl. Ken was born on February 15th, 1942 in Pomona, California, son of a prominent surgeon named William and his nurse wife, Bobby. Ken was described in his youth as a super straight arrow. He was a regular attendee of a Baptist church. He was gifted in sports as well as academics. He ended up getting a football scholarship to college where he achieved a Bachelor's of Science degree and followed that up with medical school at the Kansas City College of Osteopathic Medicine. Ken became an anesthesiologist and moved back home to Southern California after a few years of practice in the Midwest. Though his professional goal was to remove pain, it sure seemed like he doled it out in his personal life.